Warriors, rise. Wow. What is this going to do to crypto? Jerome Powell is renominated. You ready for this, Warriors? I'm going to break it down, facts, figures, numbers, logic, and I'm going to tell you exactly where we are going and how you can get prepared. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes your unconscious activities. And we've been predictive programmed since we were young children, warriors, and exactly what's happening is all by design. This is nothing new under the sun. If you want help getting your shit together, join our private Warrior Academy. There is nothing like it. We launched our Crypto Academy 2.0. What is it? How to do it, and an example: staking, DeFi, how to create passive income in cryptocurrency. What is a cryptocurrency exchange? How to move your crypto. Based on feedback from hundreds of people, we revamped the whole academy. Also, we have our 120-day challenge to help you get your shit together, to ground you, to get ready for the biggest shift in generational wealth and also the biggest shift in your financial system and the biggest collapse in history. All right, so let's jump right into it, Warriors. So Biden picks Jerome Powell to lead the Fed for a second term as the U.S. battles the C word and inflation. Okay, think about this, Warriors. The move comes after weeks of speculation that Brainard might get the nod. This is all by design, Warriors. And I'm going to show you what Jerome Powell has done with the flexible inflation rate, where we're heading, and I'm going to show you by 2030 exactly where your banking system is going to be, and also how you walk, how you talk, how you interact. And if you are invested in cryptocurrency or the blockchain or anything that's related to this, it could truly change your family's financial future and bring freedom back to your family. So we know that Biden, so what is this going to do for cryptocurrency, Warriors? This is amazing for cryptocurrency. Why? Because he's sinking the ship into the ground to move us into the new quantum financial system. So let's go ahead and watch this video right here. Let's get this to reset. So this is interesting. So there was a lot of news on this in regards to him being nominated. Let me just reset this real quick. Cool. Here we go.
To your opinion, obviously the news of the day that we've been talking about all morning has been that of the renomination of Jay Powell as Fed chair. Is there any read-through for the crypto community on today's announcement?
Sure. I think the renomination of Powell is net positive long-term for the crypto industry. He's gone on record as saying he doesn't intend to ban crypto assets and has taken a stance that the stablecoin market could potentially use some additional regulation, which I think are both positive if your goal is long-term profit. Now, as we peel that back a little bit, it's important to note that Powell has had an accommodative policy historically, which has led to 6.2% consumer price inflation year over year in October, which is like a 3-decade high. So if you're playing the Bitcoin trade from a perspective of an inflation hedge, I think this continues to play out in that narrative.
Okay, perfect. And it's sponsored by Grayscale. I don't know if you noticed that. But so that's very important what he said. Sorry, I don't edit my videos. So that was my manifestation alarm. So let's do it together. Thank you for the steps to 1 million month income. Thank you for the steps to 1 million month income. Thank you for the steps to 1 million month income. I hold it for 17 seconds, picturing the freedom for all the people around me and what the money will do, not the physicality, but how the money will free all the people around me in my academy and people all over the world. And I do that at 6 times at noon, and I do that 9 times at night, the 369 manifestation method, where I ask my subconscious mind a question. All right, let's dive right into this word. So will he ban cryptocurrency? Absolutely not. He says it right here. Let's see it from the horse's mouth.
So, Mr. Chairman, as a matter of policy, is it your intention to ban or limit the use of cryptocurrencies like we're seeing in China?
No, and I immediately realized I had misspoken there. I didn't mean to take the word cryptocurrency out of that sentence, and I would say it's fairly widely understood that central bank digital currencies could perform some of the could make.
But no intention to ban.
Less.
No intention to ban.
No intention to ban them, but they're the stable coins are like money market funds. They're like bank deposits, but they're to some extent outside the regulatory perimeter, and it's appropriate that they be regulated. Same activity, same regulation.
Yeah, because you're investing in a brand new asset class that is going to change your financial system. Well, let's see why this is important for cryptocurrency, that Jerome Powell was renominated. So this is your current U.S. inflation rates from 2021. So we went into a flexible inflation rate last year. Jerome Powell announced casually we're going into a flexible inflation rate. And as long as they keep the inflation rate around 2% within a reasonable amount of time, what the hell is a reasonable amount of time? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? So let's make an assumption that it's going to be 10 years. Who knows? But this is where your inflation rate is running at 6.2% at the end of October 2021. 6.2%. The median is supposed to be 2%. That's your gas, that's your rent, that's all the products and services but it slowly and methodically happens. But they give you this nod because they're giving you these $250 checks, that basically UBI, and they're also giving you pay raises. Now to work at Starbucks, you're making 19, 20 bucks an hour. Warriors, you did not get a pay raise. It's a magic trick. You literally are taking that money that they gave you a pay raise and you're putting it right back into the economy because your gas is almost double. Your rent has gone up 40% in some areas, 14% in some areas, right? Think about the price of cars. It is crazy expensive to buy a car. So now you're doing 80-month loans. They're just trying to keep the debt cycle going. They're extending your loans out further and further and further and making the products and services that you consume more expensive. It's a magic trick, warriors. But here is what the inflation will do to your money, okay? So in 2011, a dollar, right? A dollar was, so if you said it, just if we said a dollar was worth a dollar, the buying power of a dollar was a dollar, right? In 2011, in 2021, it takes 1.18 cents to buy the same thing that dollar would buy. Okay, that's called inflation. If we run at 6%, which I don't believe that this is a true number, I think it's way higher than this. The numbers are padded. But if we run at 6% for the next 10 years, that same dollar would take $1.79 to buy it. So if you had $10,000 in your bank account, so if you're a mathematician, please put it in the comments down below. If you had $10,000 in your bank account, 10 years from now, if we continue on this rate, you would have what, 6,000 something dollars? Think about that. I didn't do that even remotely correct. But do you see what I'm saying? Inflation means deflation of your money. Your products and services are more expensive. Your jobs are being leveraged towards technology. Jerome Powell said it. He's worried about the middle class. The guy that got renominated is worried about the middle class because they're coming back to a new economy leveraged towards technology, cryptocurrency, blockchain, AI, warriors, and you're sitting back on your hands waiting for the collapse to happen. You can't wait, warriors. It's time to engage. So let's take a look at this really quickly, okay? I just want to show you this. Wealthy investors are worried about inflation, CNBC Millionaire Survey shows. So they did a survey of, who knows if this is fake news or real news, but did a survey, I think like 60% or something like that, or a ton of millionaires. And they're all worried about inflation, right? That $1 million that they have, or anybody who has amassed a large amount of wealth, what I'm doing is I'm figuring out how I can get the hell out of the fiat system and move it into assets or continue to appreciate. It's completely changed my life in 2.5 years, warriors. So what are you doing with your fiat currency that's sitting there? What are you doing with your hard-earned paycheck? Are you just trying to survive in a just over broke system, to put the money back into the system, to do it over and over and over again, warriors? So I know most of you listening by now are probably into cryptocurrency or wanting to get into cryptocurrency. But yes, Jerome Powell being renominated is powerful. And this is why. This is what's happened since January 20 to January 2021. This is a short little brief chart here. Well, look what happened to Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin going up dramatically, right, in 2021, or from 2020, when the start of the C word, right? And your gold is up a little bit. You got your Dow Jones 6.8%, an extremely overvalued stock market. And look what's happening to oil. Why is that happening, warriors? You got a low interest rate environment. They're starting to taper. You got Jerome Powell renominated. 6% inflation with a flexible inflation rate for a reasonable amount of time, coming back to a new economy leveraged towards technology. Most of you are not going to have your job, or it's going to look very, very different, or you're not going to be able to come back to your job because of the new rules, right? So here is where we're heading, okay? Climate risk in focus of Biden's renominee, Jerome Powell. That's his main focus. His main focus is climate risk, zero carbon. World Economic Forum, zero carbon by 2030, warriors. Wake up. electric cars, ride share. You're going to own nothing and rent everything. Slowly and methodically, they're putting you in your digital wallet. Slowly and methodically, they're training you to have cryptocurrency. Slowly and methodically, they're training you to use a stable coin. Slowly and methodically, but they're not going to pull the plug and move you over to the system until they're all set, warriors. Here's what it's going to look like, okay? In 2025 and to 2030, by that, you're going to be operating on a blockchain. You're going to be operating on cryptocurrency. You're going to be using a stable coin for your US dollar. Okay. What's going to happen is you're going to have a rental based society. Money is going to move at the speed of light. Supply chain is going to move at the speed of light. Everything is going to be digital wallets. You're going to be operating in a metaverse in your meetings. Okay. There's going to be two types of people. There's going to be the consumer and user of these products and services, and there's going to be the richest people in the world who invested on the other side of these projects. Now, it's the gun concept, right? I can give someone a gun, okay, and they can shoot somebody with it and murder somebody, or they can take that gun, they can hunt for food for their family. It's not the gun, it's the user of the tool. So you can go back and forth and say this is nefarious, it's against God, it's all warriors. It's not going to change. You're not going to stop this freight train from coming. If you want to, you can move out to the forest and you can set up a tent and you can live off the grid. But I guarantee you, with the new satellites they have up, they will still be reading your thoughts. I'm telling you, warriors, you're not going to escape this reality. But what you can do is create an abundant, uplifting, free, bringing the money back to the people reality where you can create the grounding for your people. But we created this monetary system, warriors. Money gives power, unfortunately. We created this. We all created this word. We're human beings. We allowed this to happen. So unfortunately, there is a monetary system. And unfortunately, when you have a lot of money, you can really change things, warriors. But you can also just go off into the sunset, take the blue pill, sit back, watch your TV, be in the metaverse, not talk back, work, 80 hours a week just to die to pay your bills. Or you can free your dumb. You can take the red pill. You can open up your mind and awareness to the possibilities for you as a human being. You can use this technology for good. You can bring the money back to your people. You can travel the world and experience this world that we're supposed to be trustees of. It's your choice, warriors. It's your choice. So I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it is what it is. It really is what it is. And you get a choice. We've had the best time in human history the last 2 years. And some people have suffered the worst time in human history. It's all perspective, warriors. Everything already exists. You're just remembering it. That's it, warriors. Everything you can think of already exists. So if you think this is the worst environment, guess what? It already exists. If you think it's going to get really, really shitty, well, guess what? It already exists. If you think you're the top health and mindset and crypto coach in the world, and you can say that and verbalize it and visualize it and feel it, if you can do that, it already exists, because everything you can think of already exists and you're just remembering. Why do you think children are so powerful and they forget? They forget as they get older. Why? Because we pull them out of internal and we get them to live for the world versus living in the world. We're supposed to live in the world, not of it. So as children, they believe everything. They're superheroes. They have no limitation. They get up and get down to walk. They get up and get down to walk. They don't give up. But we as human beings, as adults, we lose our memory. We lose and forget who we actually are. So all you have to do, warriors, is get back to self and start remembering how powerful you are. And once you do that, you'll become one of the most powerful human beings in the world. That's by design. They want you so confused outside of yourself so you can't remember who you are. You are powerful. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are abundant. And you can do this, warriors. You can do this. The problem you're going to experience is a resistance gap. Is once you open up your mind and you take the red pill and you know how powerful you are and you start remembering how powerful you are, the people around you are going to resist it so much because you're like in a balloon going up and they're going to try to pull you down. And that's the battle you're going to face. All you can do is be love, be the light, not try to convince them of anything, but only become. So first they're going to judge you. Then they're going to respect you. And then they're going to start to follow you, warriors. So you have a choice to make. The choice is yours. The red pill or the blue pill. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. This is your life. This is your paradigm. Nobody's stopping you from being successful. Nobody's stopping you from being the wealthiest person in the world. It's you, warriors. It's not your government. It's not your spouse. It's not your friends. It's you. So now you have the power, warriors. If you want to join our private Warrior Academy, click the link down below, description down below. Join our Warrior Academy. Web 2.0, Crypto 2.0 has been launched. The best community in the world, warriors. The community, crypto calls weekly. Technical analysis calls 3 times a week. We have access to my portfolio, our revolutionary exit strategy, crypto courses. What is it? How to do it? It's the best academy in the world, warriors. Click the link down below. As we always say, warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Let's go.